Glastonbury is back and already hundreds of thousands of party-loving folk have descended on Worthy Farm for Glastonbury Festival 2023. Stories have already started leaking from the site, as acts share health updates, and guests complain about the price of food at the festival. The biggest stories from this year's event are yet to be written, but the national institution has attracted its fair share of eyebrow-raising moments over the years. From that time poo exploded all over the dance tent to when Jay-Z stuck it to Oasis and Adele almost got banned for life, here's a look back at the most outrageous moments ever. Red-faced royalty over decline payment. Last year, Princess Beatrice was left embarrassed after her card was declined 3 times at a bar in Glastonbury, it has been reported. The late Queen Elizabeth's granddaughter had been making the most of the world-famous festival at Worthy Farm when she suffered the awkward blunder. Keen to grab some refreshments from the high-end Pony Bistro bar, she queued up, only to be left red-faced when she was unable to pay using her card, according to the Daily Star. However, the princess was seemingly able to brush off the mishap at the Michelin-starred restaurant and joined husband Edoardo Mapelli Mozzi as they rejoined the happy crowds. She was able to blend in with the rest of the festival-goers as she donned a simple khaki shirt dress and a denim jacket tied around her waist. Beatrice completed the look with a pair of shades and white sneakers. Meanwhile, Edoardo opted for a simple dark jacket, jeans and white t-shirt. Jay-Z laughs in the face of Oasis. No one really knew what to think when hip-hop artist Jay-Z was announced as headliner in 2008. But Oasis Noel Gallagher's mind was made up, with the rocker sniping him not having hip-hop at Glastonbury. It's wrong. Needless to say, music mogul Jay-Z didn't give a hoot and came up with a brilliant way to really stick the knife in. There was a mass intake of breath when he walked out onto the pyramid stage with a guitar slung across his shoulder and began to sing Oasis Wonderwall. Burn. The grim poo explosion. Back in 1998, the dance tent was flooded by 6 inches of mud, so organizers came up with the ingenious idea of sucking it up with a toilet truck. That proved to be a grave error. Instead of switching the setting to suck, the operators had the machine set to blow and the whole tent was covered in human poo. It was so gross that the tent had to be closed off for 24 hours while it was thoroughly disinfected. Robbie Williams goes rogue. They might have been from the same city, but there was no love lost between hardman rockers Oasis and boy band Take That. And there was no member of the clean-cut group that Liam and Noel Gallagher found more offensive than the fat dancer Robbie Williams. However, the feud went out of the window at Glastonbury 1995 when Robbie was seen hanging out with Noel. Leaving the codpiece at home, Robbie did his best impression of a rogue as he swaggered around in a trackie with a blacked-out tooth and a ciggy in his mouth. His foray into rock and roll was to cost him greatly, with Robbie promptly getting kicked out of Take That when he returned from his sojourn. Adele burps at fan and swears more than she sings. She was warned. But despite stern words from the BBC about her notorious effing and jeffing, Adele just couldn't help herself when it came to her 2016 performance. Far from keeping it clean, she brought down the pyramid stage by swearing a whopping 33 times throughout her 90-minute headline set. She couldn't even get through her first song, Hello, without stopping to tell the crowd you are f***ing amazing. Social media erupted with a torrent of righteous indignation, with people pleading for Adele to think of the kids. And she admitted she's been given a talking to before the show. "The BBC had to give me a warning about my potty mouth," she said. Bet Muse didn't get that. Not that it helped. Oh, and she also accidentally burped in the face of a young fan as they took a selfie on stage and blamed a dirty burger. The tents were flooded by toilet juice. It's fair to say that 2005 was not the finest year at Glastonbury weather-wise. The rains fell hard. So hard that the toilets filled with water and overflowed, sending toxic rivers of fecal matter straight into the nearby tents. 2 months' worth of rain pummeled down on the site in just a few hours as lightning struck. The brave folk who dared pitch up next to the dance tent were hit the hardest by the toilet troubles, while others turned their airbeds into dinghies, and a good time was had by all. Victoria Beckham made her debut by helicopter. A muddy field is hardly VB's scene, but she made it her own in 2017 by arriving in a private helicopter. Determined not to lower herself to wellies, she wore skinny jeans, a printed blouse and a swish pair of ankle boots, and quaffed red wine from a monogrammed flask as she watched Ed Sheeran with husband David. While they looked loved up in the pictures, sources claimed they had a backstage bust-up at around 7:30 p.m. that had to be calmed by their son Brooklyn. Victoria wasn't happy about being left alone in the VIP area. She was hanging around on her own for ages with minder types, the insider told The Sun. Then David came back and Victoria had a go at him and they were separated for a period. It was really awkward. Brooklyn came over to try and keep the peace. He said to David, "Don't worry Dad'll get you a drink." He then ordered him a double gin and tonic. A source close to the couple insisted it was over in seconds and that they went on to have a great night. The BBC's attempt to subtitle Kanye West ends gloriously. The Beeb did its best to keep on top of the lyrics to Kanye's All Day and make them as PG as possible. Alterations such as "Ligar Mother Ducker" had viewers at home in stitches before the channel ran out of ideas and simply wrote, "He raps." Genius. Do you have a story to sell? Get in touch with us at yourmirror@mirror.co.uk.
From